It is time.
This is a fan pick. Anthony Thogmartin from Papadosio picked this song for you guys to listen to on the show today.
Yep.
Wow.
Do you guys know about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
Yeah.
Tell me more. Have you guys heard of them before? Do you remember when you first heard about them?
I mean, for me, King Gizzard is a band that I hear, that I'm exposed to more than I've actually actively listened to.
Right.
There's a great amount of hype amongst musicians that I respect. They really speak highly of King Gizzard and love them a lot. I know they're kind of, they're getting a lot of accolades and almost like the prog alt jam crossover community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I'm definitely into that type of stuff. I hear analogies to like King Crimson and stuff like that, and I'm definitely excited to listen to this because I actually am not super familiar with their catalog, but whenever I do dip my toe into it, I'm always intrigued and I always like it. So I feel like there's a lot for me to gain left in this catalog. So this is actually really good for me.
What about you, Katie? Have you ever listened or heard of King Giz?
I'm actually in the same boat. I've heard a ton about them, but I haven't actually sought out their music. But sometimes I've listened to some music on shuffle, and I'm like, I like this, and it's King Gizzard.
Yeah. What about you, Cam? Are you a fan? All right. Well, this album was nominated for Best Jazz Album at the Australian Recording Industry Association Music Awards in 2017. This is a fan pick from Anthony Thogmartin from Papadosio. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with Mile High Club from their 2017 album Sketches of Brunswick East. You're listening to Countdown. That's cool. The umbrella with the hammer.
I'm always trying to pin down the time signature. It's really...
Oh, it's all over.
Can't stop thinking about what they're counting down to.
Yeah.
This is dope. I love the dreamy vibe. The vocal effects.
I really like all the pad kind of big dreamy stuff and how the song is driven by the bass line a lot. Very cool.
Cam, you look absolutely entranced.
This is crazy.
I know.
I love music videos that are really good.
The visual is sick.
Yeah, and each scene has something to think about too.
I think the thing I like most about King Gizzard is that they're part of this whole Australian psychedelic music scene,
like Tame Impala and Pond,
Porn Crumpets,
psychedelic porn crumpets,
and there's a whole bunch of other ones. And it's a really cool kind of style of music they're bringing back, kind of a mix of the '60s but yet modern. And they also are kind of like Ween in a way, but not as much. But
this song sounds weenie.
Yeah, they have different styles of music that they play.
Ween is my favorite band.
Yeah, I love Ween.
Humongous Ween fan, and I can see why you say that.
Yeah.
And the thing I always say about Ween is that when you have the craving to hear some Ween, there is literally no replacement. They fill such a unique musical gap And there's some other bands that are similar in the sense that there is no replacement.
Right.
But they're not similar to Ween exactly musically. So
No.
I can definitely see the similarity here.
Yeah, but it's more like they kind of jump styles.
Yeah,
so,
just like Ween does.
Every album is kind of a little different. And the other thing too, have you ever watched that show? It's a vampire show that's on FX. What We Do in Shadows. What We Do in Shadows. I haven't seen that.
It's so good.
Okay, you like it. So Matt Berry, who's on that show, who's oh man, it was right in my time. Laszlo, I think is his name.
Laszlo,
He is. He does music too on the side, and a lot of his stuff sounds like this. It has kind of like a '60s vibe to it, and kind of psychedelic and weird. So if you ever get a chance, check out Matt Berry's stuff too. But let's get back in this King Gizzard, Lizard Wizard, and Mile High Club countdown song.
It's like Countdown to My Death. That's what I think about when I'm watching this.
Yeah, I wonder if this is what happens. It's like right before you die. This is like the mental sequence as your soul leaves your body.
Or it's one of those episodes where you're sitting there and you know you're sitting on your couch, but you're seeing this, you're like, I took too much. Too much.
Too much.
Yeah, like it just turns out you're like holding your cat. It's like,
What happened?
yeah.
Turns out
Some
that was
amazing
fun
shit.
milligrams.
This is so good.
Well, the tone of the keyboard is so cool too. That it's almost like a Rhodes piano.
Mm-hmm.
And the video with the song on this music video,
It's-
like the whole thing together is like
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially how they're getting it all timed really nicely too. So like you have to like
Yeah,
frame
like-
out everything perfectly.
A lot of the static is even going with the hi-hat.
Chris, once you
like
said
weird.
what you thought this was about, the countdown, I'm like, oh my god, like holy shit. Yeah, so this is my first impression. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I've seen Trey say it's their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Boss Brian says it's his favorite. A lot of people I know super into them. First time I've given them a chance, and damn,
Yeah. What do you?
that was some next level shit.
I definitely agree with that. What do you think, Katie?
I loved it. You mentioned Tame Impala earlier. That's actually my favorite artist.
Ooh.
Oh, I love Tame
Like
Impala.
the Ween Tame Impala mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and props to the artist, whoever made that music video. That was just so
It
captivating.
was amazing.
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
love
know how
it.
they came up with all of that.
Just really cool, sketchy type art.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, it's wonderful. It went perfectly with that song.
Because you have to have a script, so he probably had like 20 different ideas, and then he had to figure out like how to morph each idea into the next one while still keeping it like on time and cohesive. And Chris, you also mentioned that they're kind of like a jam band, and I firmly believe that if they weren't from Australia and started off in America, they would be running the jam band circuit, you know, and growing and growing and growing, and then being like that. But because, you know, like the thing that's kind of sad about like bands that are from Australia is that we normally will never hear about them unless they're at like the top like 0.01% of bands that are there that can make it so they have influence into this market, right? So just to show how they're able to do that and then make all this great music and all that stuff, it's just like unbelievable. So hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.